Good morning. Welcome to the City Planning Commission public hearing. Madam Secretary, please begin.
Good morning. This is the City Planning Commission public meeting held in Spector Hall, 22 Reade Street. Today is Wednesday, April 23rd, 2014. As a courtesy during the proceedings, we ask that you please turn off all cell phones and beepers. All speakers should fill out a speaker's card at the desk outside of Spector Hall. In addition, we ask that those providing testimony please identify yourself, limit your remarks to 3 minutes, and speak clearly into the microphone. I will now call the roll. Chairman Weisbrod.
Here.
Vice Chair Knuckles. Here. Commissioner Battaglia. Commissioner Besser.
Here.
Commissioner Cantor. Commissioner Cerullo.
Here.
Commissioner De La Use.
Here.
Commissioner Del Turo. Commissioner Dweck.
Here.
Commissioner Eady.
Here.
Commissioner Levin. Here. Commissioner Marin.
Here.
A quorum is present. The first item is the approval of the minutes of the regular meeting of April 2nd, 2014.
On the minutes, a motion to approve?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Minutes are approved.
Scheduling. On calendar numbers 1 through 10, we have resolutions for adoption. Scheduling Wednesday, May 7, 2014, for a public hearing to be held in Spector Hall, 22 Reade Street.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Resolution is adopted.
Okay, the next part of the calendar is the report section on page 11. Borough of the Bronx, calendar number 11, CD 8, N140260ZAR, in the matter of an application for the grant of an authorization concerning 3020 Palisade Avenue for adoption on calendar number 11. Chairman Weisbrod.
Yes.
Vice Chair Knuckles.
Yes.
Commissioner Besser.
Yes.
Commissioner Cerullo.
Yes.
Commissioner De La Use.
Yes.
Commissioner Del Turo. Yes. Commissioner Dweck.
Yes.
Commissioner Eady.
Yes.
Commissioner Levin. Yes. Commissioner Marin.
Yes.
Calendar number 11 has been adopted. Borough of Manhattan, calendar number 12, CD 10, C140207HAM, in the matter of an application for a UDAP designation, project approval, and disposition of city-owned property located at 260 West 153rd Street. For a favorable report on calendar number 12, Chairman Weisbrod.
Yes.
Vice Chair Knuckles.
Yes.
Commissioner Besser.
Yes.
Commissioner Cerullo.
Yes.
Commissioner De La Use.
Yes.
Commissioner Del Turo.
Yes.
Commissioner Dweck.
Yes.
Commissioner Eady.
Yes.
Commissioner Levin. Commissioner Marin.
Yes.
A favorable report has been adopted on calendar number 12. Borough of Queens, calendar numbers 13, 14, and 15. Calendar number 13, CD 13, C130313 MMQ. Calendar number 14, C130314 MMQ. Calendar number 15, C140303 ZMQ. In the matter of applications for amendments of the city map and the zoning map concerning the Grand Central Parkway rezoning. For favorable reports on calendar numbers 13, 14, and 15. Chairman Weisbrod.
Yes.
Vice Chair Knuckles.
Yes.
Commissioner Besser.
Yes.
Commissioner Cerullo.
Yes.
Commissioner De La Use.
Yes.
Commissioner Del Turo.
Yes.
Commissioner Dweck.
Yes.
Commissioner Eady.
Yes.
Commissioner Levin. Commissioner Marin.
Yes.
Favorable reports have been adopted on calendar numbers 13, 14, and 15. Borough of Staten Island, calendar number 16, CD2, N140060ZAR and N140061 ZCR. In the matter of application for the grant of an authorization and certification concerning 70 BB Street for adoption on calendar number 16. Chairman Weisbrod.
Yes.
Vice Chair Knuckles.
Yes.
Commissioner Besser.
Yes.
Commissioner Cerullo.
Yes.
Commissioner De La Use.
Yes.
Commissioner Del Turo.
Yes.
Commissioner Dweck.
Yes.
Commissioner Eady.
Yes.
Commissioner Levin.
Yes.
Commissioner Marin.
Yes.
Calendar number 16 has been adopted. Borough of Staten Island, calendar number 17, CD2 N140062ZAR, in the matter of an application for the grant of an authorization concerning 111 Cliffwood Avenue for adoption on calendar number 17. Chairman Weisbrod.
Yes.
Vice Chair Knuckles.
Yes.
Commissioner Besser.
Recused.
Commissioner Cerullo.
Yes.
Commissioner De La Use.
Yes.
Commissioner Del Turo.
Yes.
Commissioner Dweck.
Yes.
Commissioner Eady.
Yes.
Commissioner Levin.
Yes.
Commissioner Marin. Calendar number 17 has been adopted. Borough of Staten Island, calendar numbers 18 and 19. Calendar number 18, CD2, N120202ZAR, calendar number 19, N130024 ZCR, in the matter of application for the grant of authorization and certification concerning 160-191 Edenborough Road. For adoption on calendar numbers 18 and 19, Chairman Weisbrod,
Yes.
Vice Chair Knuckles,
Yes.
Commissioner Besser,
Yes.
Commissioner Cerullo,
Yes.
Commissioner De La Uz,
Yes.
Commissioner Del Turo,
Yes.
Commissioner Dweck,
Yes.
Commissioner Edie,
Yes.
Commissioner Levin, Commissioner Marin. Calendar numbers 18 and 19 have been adopted. Borough of Staten Island, calendar number 20, CD3, N130081 RCR, in the matter of an application for the grant of a certification concerning Parkwood Avenue, for adoption on calendar number 20. Chairman Weisbrod,
Yes.
Vice Chair Knuckles,
Yes.
Commissioner Besser,
Yes.
Commissioner Cerullo,
Yes.
Commissioner De La Uz,
Yes. Sorry.
Commissioner Del Turo, Commissioner Dweck,
Yes.
Commissioner Edie,
Yes.
Commissioner Levin, Commissioner Marin. Calendar number 20 has been adopted. Borough of Staten Island, calendar number 21, CD3, N140255 RCR, in the matter of an application for the grant of its certification concerning Foster Road and Parkwood Avenue, for adoption on calendar number 21. Vice Chairman Weisbrod,
Yes.
Vice Chair Knuckles,
Yes.
Commissioner Besser,
Yes.
Commissioner Cerullo,
Yes.
Commissioner De La Uz,
Yes.
Commissioner Del Turo,
Yes.
Commissioner Dweck,
Yes.
Commissioner Edie,
Yes.
Commissioner Levin, Commissioner Marin. Calendar number 21 has been adopted. Borough of Staten Island, calendar number 22, CD3 N140265 RCR, in the matter of an application for the grant of its certification concerning 72 and 76 Hanover Avenue, for adoption on calendar number 22. Chairman Weisbrod,
Yes.
Vice Chair Knuckles,
Yes.
Commissioner Besser,
Yes.
Commissioner Cerullo,
Yes.
Commissioner De La Uz,
Yes.
Commissioner Del Turo,
Yes.
Commissioner Dweck,
Yes.
Commissioner Edie,
Yes.
Commissioner Levin, Commissioner Marin. Calendar number 22 has been adopted. Borough of Staten Island, calendar numbers 23, 24, and 25. Calendar number 23, CD3, N100301 RAR. Calendar number 24, N100302 RAR. Calendar number 25, N120370 RCR. In the matter of applications for the grant of authorization and certification concerning the Korean Evangelical Church, for adoption on calendar numbers 23, 24, and 25. Chairman Weisbrod,
Yes.
Vice Chair Knuckles,
Yes.
Commissioner Besser,
Yes.
Commissioner Cerullo,
Yes.
Commissioner De La Uz,
Yes.
Commissioner Del Turo,
Yes.
Commissioner Dweck,
Yes.
Commissioner Edie,
Yes.
Commissioner Levin, Commissioner Marin. Calendar numbers 23, 24, and 25 have been adopted. The next part of the calendar is the public hearing section on page 19. Borough of Queens, calendar number 26, CD6, N140292 PXQ. A public hearing in the matter of a notice of intent to acquire office space for the Board of Election offices.
Mr. Squiccerini. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Yes.
Just waiting for your.
Yes.
Do you have any questions on the location? This is for, we're moving our borough office, our Queens Borough office, to this new location up on Queens Boulevard. And it's just the borough office. The warehouse portion stays on Metropolitan Avenue. So it's basically just the office function. We're taking 2 floors, 10, part of 11, and the space on the lobby. And that's just to serve all the voters of Queens. Takes care of all the registrations, all the office things that go on for the board. Cancellations, we do poll worker training at that location, and so forth. Take care of all the poll sites. And basically, we're at 12606 Queens Boulevard. The landlord wanted to reposition the building, and now we came across this great space, and we hope to occupy the space in the future. If you have any questions, just let me know.
No, but just for the record, could you identify yourself?
Nicholas Squicciarini. I'm a facilities manager for the Board of Elections.
And this is for Board of Elections?
Correct.
Facility in Queens. Questions? Ms. Delos?
Yes.
Mr. Switchwini, thanks for coming. Is there going to be any impact to the public between the move from the old location to the new location?
Nothing. No impact. When we move, it's going to be a turnkey operation. It'll be like on a weekend, we move right over to the new space. And that will probably be posted. The new address will be posted on our website, so everybody will have a fair warning of where we're moving to. And again, it's only a few blocks down from where we currently are, and I don't think there will be any problems that way.
Any other questions? Thank you, Mr. Squitchery.
Thank you.
Jeff Condora is Kondrak. Pardon me.
Hello.
That was more your handwriting than my pronunciation. Or my lack of familiarity, one of the two. So,
right. Anyway, I'm an assistant commissioner at DCAS, and I'm just here to answer any questions on the Board of Elections move here.
I don't see any questions, so thank you very much.
Anytime.
Any other speakers on this item? If not, the hearing is closed.
Borough of Queens, calendar number 27, CD6 N140293 PXQ. A public hearing in the matter of a notice of intent to acquire office space for use of property located at 118-35 Queens Boulevard.
Mr. Morangello.
Good morning. My name is Matthew Morangello. I work in the Bureau of Examinations for DCAS. Do you have any questions about our computerized testing and application center?
Well, could you just very briefly state where it is, what the project is, and what you're doing?
Sure. The DCAS has set up 2 computerized testing and application centers. We opened up one on Lafayette Street about 7 years ago, and one in Brooklyn about in June of 2010. And the idea behind our centers is that we want to administer civil service exams on computers. We've had much success with that, and the plan back when we started this 7-8 years ago was to have a testing center in each of the boroughs. So now we're moving into the Queens borough. Hopefully that'll be successful. After that, we plan to go to Staten Island, and then hopefully we want to get to the Bronx. The idea is to bring our civil service testing and all our information about civil service exams out to the community and make things more flexible and have people come to us and not just come come down to Manhattan on a 9-to-5 basis and come out and just serve the community better. So we're hoping to open up the site in Queens. Like I said, we've had much success with our computerized centers in Brooklyn and Manhattan so far.
Thank you, Mr. Morangello. I'm sure Mr. Marin looks forward to you coming to the Bronx. And
We'll get there.
ultimately the all boroughs. Questions, Mr. Morangello? Mr. Cirillo.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. More of a comment than a question. First of all, I think this is a great idea. I can very clearly remember a time where the applications for civil service exams weren't even available in the boroughs themselves. People had to come to Manhattan to actually get the application to take the exams. So the idea that applications and the exam itself would be available within the boroughs is really a terrific mission and focus, and I just want to commend the agency and the administration for that.
Thank you. We're looking forward to, we've had great success. We're giving more and more exams on computers. Mm-hmm. People who've taken the tests on computers, who have also taken tests out at the public schools of paper and pencil, have said, it is a big difference taking the tests on computers. And we also do have, I don't want to neglect our application side. We do have computers set up there where people can actually come to the sites and apply for exams at our sites if they don't have access to computers or if they don't want to use libraries. Then come to our sites and apply on computer and just make things much easier for everyone.
Well, it's a lot better than the days where I would literally drive my car in, fill up boxes of applications for exams to bring them back to my office in Staten Island so that people could come locally to get, especially some of the exams that were the most popular, we'll say.
Right.
And so it's terrific. So,
Right, yeah, we're looking forward to it.
the only computer was in the Bat Cave. That's at the time. But
Thank you for that.
Any other questions for Mr. Morangello? Thank you very
Chairman
much.
Weisbrod?
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Ms. Badaglia.
So this is also a comment. I think it's wonderful, and I commend the administration, too. And I look forward to one coming into Brooklyn. Do you have one there yet?
Yeah.
Brooklyn.
Oh, you did. I did walk in a little late. And,
We opened up Brooklyn at 210 Geralman in June of 2010.
Okay, so
We've
now
been
I
there for quite a
understand
while.
the Bronx comment. But I was Queens Boulevard, I'm a Brooklynite, but I live in Queens right now, and Queens Boulevard could be quite intimidating. And I'm really glad to see that it's only one block from the from the Kew Gardens Union Turnpike station of the ENF trains, because that makes it very accessible, and I think it's delightful. Thank you.
One of the things that we try to consider in getting the sites, and this is something that Jeff has done a great job on, is we try to make it near transportation hub to make it, once again, convenient for people to get to us so we can service them. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other questions or comments? Thank you, Mr. Morangello. And Mr. Kondracki, I get to pronounce your name at least correctly this time. But,
Okay. Anyway, hi, Jeff Conrad again, DCAS. Any questions on this? Yes.
Mr. Knuckles.
Jeffrey Condra.
Yes. Yes, that is my name. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
So, Jeff, there are two leases
Yes.
for this building. I'm
Yes.
just curious, are there any other municipal agencies in this building?
Not this building. Of course, across Jackie Robinson, there is the Queensboro Hall. Across Queens Boulevard, we have a large lease at, I believe, the 8002 Kew Gardens Road for the DA, but not in this building.
Thank you.
So these are our first here.
Any other questions, comments for Mr. Kondrad?
I'd like to make a comment. I would like to say that we are in the market in the Bronx to look for space. We had identified a city-owned space, but it really isn't that close to public transportation. And next meeting, I believe you will see an item for a computerized testing facility in Staten Island. So we can discuss it there. And yes, we do think it's a good program.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Any other speakers on this item? Not, the hearing is closed.
Borough of Staten Island, calendar number 28, CD3, C090248 MMR. A public hearing in the matter of an application for an amendment of the city map concerning Alborn Avenue demapping.
Dennis Del Angelo.
Good morning. Dennis
Morning.
Delangelo. I'm representing one of the owners, Frank Sarcona. The co-applicant is the New York City DEP. I'm an architect, and we prepared the application. I'd like to take the opportunity to welcome the new chair and wish you the best in your tenure. What I've handed out is something that we prepared for the fire department. There was an issue, this demapping, I'll give you some history on it, but there is one single-family home that will be affected by the demapping. It's on Lot 88. The fire department wanted to address the issue of access. They've required an additional fire hydrant. We're proposing a new building in the demap portion of the street, which will be sprinklered. A little bit of background on this. The property that we're proposing to demap the street on is privately owned. It was bought in a private purchase by my client. It actually includes the entire bed of Alborn Avenue down to McGuire. The DEP is creating a blue belt on Staten Island for stormwater drainage, and they acquired a portion of the property. They're a co-applicant. There's a stream at the bottom of the street. There's topography, so the street would most likely have never gone through. But in the 1980s, the building department granted approvals and permits to build a building on Lot 88 and also on Lot 93. At the time, because of the issue that they did not own the street, the city did not have title, the buildings were given access through what was called Depew Place, which is 16 and a half feet wide. C of O's were issued for the buildings with Depew Place addresses, and over the years, they were supposed to be using Depew Place, but obviously they made their way to Alborn Avenue, what have you. So they've been more or less accessing Alborn Avenue across private property all these years without an easement. Part of this application is creating an access easement for the sole purpose of access to Lot 88 and also to the DEP's property. The DEP cannot access the property for management and maintenance from McGuire Avenue because of the stream and the topography. So we would be providing them access for their maintenance and also for Lot 88. There's been a frontage space created on Lot 88. At the community board hearing, we had originally shown the frontage space on the lawn of the property, which the fire department thought would be better because it's closer. The community board and also the owner was at the community board meeting, thought that since he has such a large apron in front of his garage, we put the frontage space on paper in front of his garage on the paved area. The fire department would obviously use whatever it needs when it comes in, if it has to, but that was the only modification we made. There was also an agreement between the owner of Lot 88 and my client. We're showing a 14-foot paved access area within the easement. The existing curbing had a lot to do with that. When the curb was put in, the owners had to actually, the DOT would not issue a permit to put the curbing in because, again, it was on private property. The previous owner had to grant a written release for the highway department to allow them to put in the curb, which is in place now. The owner of Lot 88 prefers a 17-foot wide access pavement. They've agreed on that. They've worked something out in writing. Everybody seems to be pleased with the situation, but we will be putting in. That didn't affect the highway department, the fire department. The easement is still the 30 feet and the 25 feet. It's just the actual paved area that we're going to be doing will be wider.
Thank you, Mr. Delangelo. Are there questions? Mr. Cirillo.
Dennis, first of all, it's good to see you. It's been a long time.
Yes.
Both of us had dark hair. But just a question. Can you just either confirm or explain whether or not the new property will be hooked to the sanitary system that exists there now? The easement is for sanitary system in addition to the
yes.
Blue Belt maintenance? Or will this be built with, some sort of a septic system?
No.
Good.
We've been very pleased on the South Shore that we've gotten sanitary sewers over the last 10, 15 years. There is a sanitary sewer which was actually, again, put in private property without an easement or anything else. The easement that we've created now would also be allow service to that sewer, which has been in place for many years. The new building would be using the sanitary sewer, and they would have private on-site disposal for stormwater.
Great. Thank you.
Ms. Besser.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you. Who would be responsible for the maintenance of the easement, ongoing maintenance?
The actual ground level would be the owner of Lot 158. In other words, snow removal, hopefully not litter, but snow removal, any normal maintenance, wear and tear. If the city has to come in, the DEP, to maintain the sewer or open up the street, or if their trucks do any damage going back and forth, then they would be responsible for restoring it to whatever it is when the C of O is issued for the new house. But it would be the responsibility of the owner of 158.
Thank you.
Yes.
Mr. Reade.
Morning. So if I understood correctly, the 14-foot wide street is going to be made to 17 feet?
Yes, it's actually a driveway. It's not a private
Driveway.
street. We originally made it 14 feet. The owner at Lot 88 asked for 17 feet of pavement.
Right.
The
And
easement remains the same width.
will that impact the location of the fire hydrant at all?
No, the fire hydrant is more or less flexible. It's an approximate location.
Okay.
We'd have to submit an exact location once we work it out
So
with
you'll
the
make sure
DEP.
it's still on the sidewalk and not in the middle of the street?
Oh, yeah, no. Well, it's on private property.
Okay,
It's,
no, understood.
yeah, the biggest issue here was that the existing curbing exists.
Right.
And it's like 5 or 6 feet into my client's property. So we may adjust the curb within the property.
Understood. The other question I had is, you'd mentioned that there's no easement currently for the sewer line,
No.
and one is not going to be created as part of this.
Yes.
Oh, there will be.
The easement we're creating is for the access benefit of Lot 88 and the DEP, and it's also for maintenance of the sewer.
But also for the sewer line itself that runs
Yes, the
below.
sewer is actually in the easement. There's a manhole there.
Okay, thank you very much.
Are there any other questions or comments? Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Delangelo. Any other speakers on this matter? The hearing is closed, and I don't believe we have any other matters before us today. This is probably, I'm sure, not a record for those of you who've been here a lot longer than I have, but it's certainly a record for me. Let me just say, and to counterbalance this a little bit, as I think all the members of the commission know, the city is coming out with a housing plan on May 1st, and my expectation is that we'll make a presentation of that plan to the commission at the review session of May 5th and give you all an opportunity to comment on it, react to it, understand it, and hopefully there'll be aspects of it, as you won't be surprised to hear, that will come before us and give you a sense of that as well. So I look forward to seeing you all on May 5th, if not before then. And is that the next review session? I believe it is.
Yes, it is.
And so a short session today, but my guess is a somewhat longer session on May 5th. So, no other business before us?